Ooh, Judas, where are you? Judas doesn't show up soon. I'm just gonna start talking. No worries. Hang tight. Enjoy the music. It'd be kind of cool if anybody just randomly popped in from my friends list, but guess what? I got shadow banned again on this one. It's hiding all my comments again. So it was the Groypers. I confirmed this with scientific evidence that the Groypers have a ward placed upon them, likely by the federal government, because Nicholas is happily jacketed into his role as a federal informant after snitching on everybody from January 6th. If you're not aware of Nicholas J. Fuentes, you live a blessed life, and I envy you. He's an annoying little snot, like a 5-foot-tall Mexican dwarf, and his entire shtick is to be as annoying as possible, and some people find it funny. And you know what? I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you find it funny, that's fine. I don't hate Groypers themselves. But, if you consider yourself a Groyper and you are unaware, just unaware, I'm not talking about any of the other avenues, if you are unaware that Nicholas J. Fuentes is federal adjacent, he is a informant, he's one of the SPLC boys that gets money to be like a central node in exposing the identities in various groups that could cause some sort of a nascent activism and racial pride or nationalism inside of, although nationalism is a little bit of a Trojan horse for deleterious of culture. It's a new movement. Nationalism really didn't exist up until the last 200 years, and there's a reason for that, because nationalism is an aspect of modernity. It's thinking, how can I grow my particular country? Not my culture, not my language, not my people, my country. Ergo, its potential to extract resources from the earth within its borders. That's what nationalism is, and it's just a race to the bottom, essentially, as people clamor to become the strongest crab in the bucket of crabs. But anyways, back to the Groypers. If you are a Groyper and you're not aware, you should be. And if you are a Groyper and you don't care, you should be hung because you are a traitor and you're guilty of basically early sedition. Now, I would say, depending on the age, maybe give somebody a break. Like, for instance, Chud the Builder is only 28. I think that any judge that will look at him and throw the book at him because of some 45-year-old repeat offender rushing up to him and assaulting him, well, there's a lot of judges like that out in the country, but I would say that those people probably should be just saying. I mean, hung out to dry in a sense, because the internet's getting really picky these days with what you can and can't say if you're not speaking in Hebrew. That's one of the ways of exercising like a faulty sense of dominance, like kind of like an adult human peeing on somebody's lawn, like the corner of it, to assert like property rights. That's like a faulty sense of dominance. The dominance that the Israelis are trying to exercise is saying, we write the rules, we're above the rules, but the rules are so arbitrary and the societies that they run are so incapable that all it really is a poisoning of the well. That's this eternal trope with these people, is that it's a constant poisoning of the well. Because instead of dominating to grow, like how Alexander the Great kind of touched all these civilizations to turn them into the Turks that we know today, right? He went out and he touched all these civilizations up to Pakistan. And then he stopped at India because, God, why would anybody want to go in there? But yes, that, in a way, is violence for goodness sake. Now, that doesn't mean that Alexander the Great was a great guy. That's his moniker because he was great at killing. He was in many ways the Greeks' Roman. But, what he did was inspire growth. And that's what the Mongols did. That is usually how this empire shit goes, right? The only real kingmaker, like this eternal fixture in politics, that can actually touch another politician and have them spring up out of the substrate in the recent era would have to be Benjamin Netanyahu. He is the emperor of this current state if you completely, which is what we're accustomed to do, I mean, technically the West, which is Christendom, but the West as an entity outside of Christendom actually incorporates like 80% of the world at one point, which is like sold off and dissolved over the period of time to the point where it's like 40% of the world now, the West, with this new little nascent pack of colonies in the Sykes-Picot Agreement, Balfour Declaration crap going on in what we call the Middle East, this place where millions of people lived in a very concentrated area that was even further concentrated by various pushes into reservations, as you will. This was a mass killing of people. That's actually what Lawrence of Arabia was all about, was the Maxim gun, and how that could grant him, because the Bedouins respected strength instead of the sort of racial supremacy of the Greeks, which didn't lend them that much benefit when the Turks came in. In fact, the modern Greece is a rump state. It's very sad. But the Bedouins respected strength, so when Lawrence of Arabia came up into Arabia and brought weapons, new weapons, the Maxim gun essentially, which just mowed down brave warriors left and right. That Indiana Jones scene where the guy's flipping around the sword and then Indy just pulls out a gun and shoots him. That is Lawrence of Arabia. Also Lawrence of Arabia's Dune. If anybody ever wondered what Dune was about, everything else is about the 30 Years' War. Warhammer 40K is about the 30 Years' War. Star Wars is about the 30 Years' War. One could say that, in many ways, Lord of the Rings is kind of like Normandy in essence. That's kind of where you trace a lot of that stuff. And then out of that sort of Lord of the Rings style Normandy-centric, Frankish to English, where my ancestry traces some from. A lot, actually, in the Matthews clan. That's where the Matthews themselves, the namesake, the patrilineal namesake, traces itself to. But the Lord of the Rings was centered in that general area because Tolkien, and that inspired a lot. Like, really, you have two trends of modern neoclassical. There we go. Neoclassical. Not classical, like Arthurian stuff. Neoclassical English. You got Lovecraft and you got Tolkien. I'm sorry if you want to point at like Chronicles of Narnia. That would be true in a sense, but how it's not true is that Narnia didn't really inspire a million different things. What did inspire a million different things, and that traces itself from Celtic and German mythology very specifically and how it carries this forward, you know, whereas Narnia and C.S. Lewis was kind of like a bunch of made-up stuff, with the Screw Tape Letters being some of the most grounded works. Grounded. Oh, hey, Judas, what's up, my man? Yeah, I was just explaining how the Chronicles of Narnia is not canon to the rest of Western fantasy, because like we always talk about Lovecraft and we talk about Lord of the Rings, but we don't talk about like Aslan and Mr. Tumnus and shit. What's up, my man? Question?
Do you like the Lion, the Witch, or the Wardrobe? Which one did you prefer?
Shit. Well, I'm not a tranny, so I don't like the Wardrobe. Let's see, the Lion or the Witch? It depends on the Witch a lot of times, but most of the time it's not that cool. But the Lion can be kind of scary sometimes, but you know Christians and lions sometimes get along, and sometimes you can even like make a friend if you take the thorn out of its paw. So yeah, I'd go with the Lion. I'll take the Lion.
Are you live streaming right now, Nate?
Yeah, I've been just talking here for like 10, 20 minutes. I'm glad you showed up, man. I would have just kept on riffing.
No, I told you I'd be on the show.
Yeah.
I can't deny you the entertainment value.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Guess what?
Thank you for watching the Yu-Gi-Oh stream.
Yes, I love that. And I got to go through your stuff when I'm a little less busy. Right now, I'm cleaning the entire house. Guess what?
Hey, whenever you're ready.
I am shadow banned on this account now, too. You remember how, like, you stopped seeing my posts on my other account for a while? It's the Groypers.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Groypers, man. They got a fucking federal ward cast on them, like a protective spell. Those motherfuckers. The second, like, this is, because I have a scientific data between the two that proves that, like, that's what happened to my first account. It wasn't like what some people were saying, oh, it's Gabe Hoffman. I don't know about all that. Oh, it's you saying the K word and the N word. Just like, I don't know about that either. Maybe. But like what I think it really is me talking shit in the Groyper den, going into the Groyper den and talking shit and then hopping back out. No, they will come and they will chase you down and report you because they're bitches like that. They won't fight you one-on-one.
Be careful, Nate. They're lunatics.
I know, my man. I know. I'm getting to the point where it's just like, well, shit. I might as well just go back to Kiwi Farm since it's the only place that's not gonna fucking shadow ban me.
You should.
I mean,
you should, and I know you've been watching a lot of Chud the Builder. You've been posting a lot
man, that's so sad, bro.
And you said, and I may be paraphrasing, but I did see you retweet that he was a big motivation to you to start IRL streaming.
Listen, man, I know exactly what it feels like to be a Gaulish warrior in like the 2nd century BC and have my chieftain be captured by the fucking Romans, and now Julius Caesar's gonna strangle him with his bare hands in front of everybody. Oh my god, it sucks. we gotta get him. We gotta fucking save Chud, man. We gotta save my chieftain. I've been growing out my mustache.
When you're IRL streaming, I have some suggestions because I think you would do a killing.
I'm not gonna go on Kick, though.
You would be fantastic.
I'm sorry. I apologize to you specifically. I apologize to you specifically because I know you like Kick. I don't like Kick. The more I see what Kick is involved in and how they kick Chud the Builder off,
it's not so much
started the spiral.
Kick.
I think they're feds.
It's
I think they fuck with people in a bad way.
That.
Well, Rumble does too. Rumble allows all sorts of shit, and I know their service is shitty, but
Rumble
it
doesn't have doesn't have its own IRL community where Kick is there's literally a category for IRL. Let's use Twitch, but Twitch is a little bit more dicey because if you say the wrong thing, Nate, they will ban you immediately. You won't know because you're not a woman with a busty frame. They will ban you.
Yeah, the only people that I've seen make it over on Twitch, and I swear to God this is true, it's weird as fuck because it's owned by Jeff Bezos, are literal communists. Now, one of these communists I actually paid attention to, and I can tell you as somebody who's listened to a communist speak for over 1,000 hours, there's nothing down that fucking rabbit hole that's worth a damn.
Which communist have you heard for 1,000 hours?
He wasn't necessarily... Okay, so you can't be a real true-blooded communist, card-carrying, and still believe in, like, an afterlife. They are militant atheists. So this guy wasn't technically a communist, and guess what? He was like screaming out like, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I'm just going to take the vaccine. Then he had a stroke. His name is Matt Chrisman from Chapo Trap House. He's a genius. Genuinely a genius. Genuinely 140, 150 IQ. Genius up until he had a stroke, and now he's just like, I like applesauce and watching movies. But he's still pretty smart. He still has moments, but it's just like he slurs, and his mindset is a lot more simple now.
It seems like you're really more involved in the sector more than ever, Nathan. I think it's a perfect time for you to return to the Kiwi Farms.
Well, the thing is, Dog Zero is a genuinely nice guy. There's a lot of mean people here on Twitter, like genuinely mean people. Now, I don't want to call out names and say,
I know,
because then there's a list of like, I dislike this person more, and then I have to get into all that shit. I don't want to go into that. I've already told you there's some really, really mean people who are really, really mean to Null and everybody they consider an enemy or an associate of Null in some cases. And I don't agree with those people. I never have. I don't believe that Null should be sorting glass for his sins. I believe that he sins like anybody else. You know, I'm not one of those people like the people who are just like, yes, Daddy Trump, poison my water and fucking sell my ass to China. I'm not, like, I don't think anybody should be one of those people. I don't think it's good for anybody, especially the leader in that case, who has their sycophants lying to them and giving them bad advice. But like, you know, I've always had my foot in the criticized Null camp and then in the positive Null camp, and I see him doing like a nice guy thing right now, and I hope that's genuine and not just a thing that he's doing. What do you think?
I think Noel has, with the advent of actually being able to donate towards the Kiwi Farms, it's improved exponentially. I think, Nate, it's the best time for you to return. People miss you. They love to talk to the Nathaniel Matthews of Kiwi Farms and Kiwi Tuber fame. You're literally famous.
I mean,
but
I
please,
went on
get
Dog
into
Zero's
IRL
stream.
streaming. I think you would do a killing.
And a lot of people had questions, and I basically went over like the whole history. And if you don't know this, Judas, I'm not sure if you actually know this. Did you see that stream first off?
Which stream? You do a lot.
The one that I did with Dog Zero.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It was really good because I got a chance to actually like really lay out my entire chronological timeline with Kiwi Farms, and it literally is just fucking love. It's just that the people loved me. They saved me from a very dark time, and in a very dark time in my life, from spiraling, which I was both physically, mentally, and spiritually spiraling. And then I endeavored to give back, and then I found in a certain moment the most golden part of my life, because unlike personal pleasure and individual relationships, which can get really, really nice, like best friends and girlfriends and stuff like that, I was attached to like hundreds, if not thousands of people through the Kiwi Farms, and I was helping them through my job as a nurse, basically giving people advice, because it's not that hard to cure cancer, man. If you just try to do it in an institutional way, they'll put a bullet in you. And that goes for all the other issues, too.
Let's not put people down like old Yeller.
Yeah, let's help them.
But,
my dad's foot is slowly healing. Holy fuck, I can't believe that it's taking so fucking long, because this is all because of medical malpractice. It's all because of fucking the nurses that let his leg just sit, and like it developed a huge blood blister, and then the blood blister popped, and then I said immediately, hey, we should wrap that up, and the nurse was like laughing at me and saying like, no, we're not gonna do that. I was just like, okay, I'll do it, and she's laughing at me, and it's, no, you can't do that either. I should have gone and gotten the charge nurse. I just sat there and kind of gritted my teeth just a little bit, didn't say anything, breathed, and like listened to her, right?
Let it go.
Oh, they had him walking around on that
Nate, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. What's that?
Shud the Builder, as you know, got donation money, right?
I guess that's probably
Right,
not.
they GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah. I hope they have enough to raise for him a ransom of a bond.
They just announced through the Kiwi Farm shows that he cannot use said money because it's not the court is not allowing him to use the GoFundMe money or whatever, give said go whatever towards his bail.
They're really
However, on the contrary,
Yeah.
Cavicular just shot an alligator in the head like he magged up that thing like an asshole. But he's walking free. He got 6 months probation
that is
for mag dumping the alligator.
He, in that case, became an honorary Florida man. Noel needs to do that sometime on stream, and he can become an honorary Florida man. Let's wait till the laws.
Alligator?
Well, the alligator was already dead, and they're killing like a bajillion alligators by doing like data centers in the Everglades and shit. So I don't know what the fuck their problem is. Let Clav go. He's a bad person, and that's the reason why he got. That's the whole thing. Judas is like. That's the reason why we all have to be super fucking careful and look out for each other, because they let Clav go because he's associated with like Jewish mobsters in Miami, and like he's doing like he's like a Peter Thiel puppet, and they're nailing Chud to the wall because he's a good person. What's that?
Clav is one of the only streamers I could think of since he hit that guy in December. He is the most popular streamer right now, which is he has absorbed a lot of people, and he came out of nowhere. I know that people find him conventionally attractive or whatever. To each their own. I'm pretty.
He's gonna look like the Bogdanovs when he's older from all that face hammer and shit. That shit never.
He's not gonna live until he's older.
He's gonna be.
He's gonna die he's gonna be 27 club. He lives fast and he lives very fast. He's gonna die young.
They're gonna put him in the 27.
Which you can see it.
What's that? What do they call that? Yeah. Like a museum. They're gonna put him in his ass in a museum as a wax figure in the 27 club.
I can see it. He had a big following. He has like 1 million people that like legitimately are just around watching his clips and stuff.
Half of those people are drug addicts. They're just drug addicts looking for something similar to plug into.
And as you were saying with Chud the Builder, they're gonna just let his. I know he said the N-word, and I'm not saying we can condone that. Sometimes it's just words. Sometimes he put malice behind it. Where nobody's perfect.
You know they killed his dog.
Someone
right
assaulted him.
They killed his.
I heard that.
Yeah, and that was why.
If someone harms your animal, and then they're sending death threats towards you and your children, and then you mag dump someone.
It gets in your head.
Yeah,
and that's fucking crazy. I bet you no Asian person would ever do shit like that over words. I bet you no, even like Jewish person would probably do that over just words and not actions. Hispanics would literally sit you down and give you a Modelo and pat you on the back and throw you a party if you did that. It's only fucking black people. It's only black people that do this shit over words, and that was what Chud was pointing out, is that they need to stop letting the fucking mind virus.
Guys?
Oh shit, is that Kirby? What's up, my man?
Yeah, that's me.
It's been forever, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't have you on my other account. I couldn't find you.
Yeah, dude, it was hard to find your account. I don't know why.
They got me on I fucked with the Groypers. People who actually.
I had to check my replies to find your fucking account. I couldn't check my following. I couldn't check my followers.
People who are actually doing bad shit. It's like we were just talking about how Clavicular is not like a good person. He's inspiring like young people to do drugs and shit. But Chud the Builder was a good person. Like he would actually dap people up. He would be friends and friendly and stuff like that. And they killed his dog and they were fucking with him mentally. And then somebody bum rushed him. And like he was waving. That guy that got shot was like waving at the camera afterwards. And there was a camera and everything. So it's just like, this doesn't seem right. My chieftain is in chains. The fucking Romans took him. They're gonna strangle him. We need to pay a king's ransom for that man. We cannot let him rot.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate, let me ask you something too. You said you were at a political rally and you took a picture of that. What rally was that?
It was a Fishback
Who was that
rally.
for?
I love James Fishback. He's an amazing person. I'm sometimes a little worried that he'll be like, "Well, I'm going to ban Blackstone because it's the competition of my patron's stuff," and my patron is like friends with Peter Thiel.
Is his political alignment? Is he a Democrat? Is he a Republican? Is he conservative? What is he?
He can't be. He's a Republican, but he can't be like a Peter Thiel boy because he says he's going to ban Palantir from Miami, from Florida, which would save a lot of Floridians' lives. It's not like we deserve it. The rest of the country shouldn't be burdened with that, but like, yeah.
You live by Miami.
No, I'm on the Space Coast. I see
Okay, 'cause I was
rockets
gonna
go
say,
off and
Nate, if
shit.
you live by Miami, we're gonna do some Miami Vice type
Oh,
activities.
that's like the most dangerous part of the fucking country right now.
Miami?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo, what's this about cancer? Astro said something about cancer.
Hey, if anybody has cancer, let me know. I'll do some research. And when it comes to a lot of the higher cancer rates, it's because a lot of people are being exposed to various chemicals in their water and their food that it gets uptake through the water and shit like that from all the
And their
dumping.
fucking receipts, apparently.
And like if you take various amino acids and stuff that your liver uses to detoxify your body, like all this detox fad shit, it doesn't really work. But sometimes if you get somebody who knows their shit, they can make you a kombucha because they know the ingredients to put in there and to ferment, and then they'll get you straight. Glycine, where my glycine gal is at. Glycine actually helps you detoxify benzoate, and sodium benzoate is in fucking everything, and the benzene ring breaks off and turns into benzene, and that's very cancerous. Also eating blueberries and blackberries and cranberries and broccoli and sweet potatoes. I just had some sweet
When's
potatoes.
your next cooking stream, Nate?
You got your weight up. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm over 200 pounds. A lot of people will probably guess that I'm like 180, but I'm like over 200 pounds. I'm big. I'm a big boy.
You're getting ready for the winter arc.
I mean, it kind of sucks here in Florida, but I don't
How tall
actually...
are you, Nate?
I got a ton of muscle under like a substantial small layer of fat. I am 5'10". But Just a Butt keeps on saying that I'm like 5'6". I am 5'10".
Yeah, you see his arms? Yeah, those are muscle arms. Those are fatty arms.
A little flabby, a touch. You know, I think that's appropriate. Everybody should have a little bit of, like, it's actually the sexiest girls have that layer of fat on them, but it's like uniform. Yeah. It's not bunched up, you know, and that's hard.
Well, we say it's more to grip, so I guess the women probably like it too.
Honestly, it's all about building more muscles because muscles burn calories at rest. So if you just stack your muscles year after year, and you will not get muscle until you're like 25. Like, genuinely, you'll work out and you'll work out and you'll work out, but it just won't come until you're like 25. I don't know how. The brain's not done developing until you're about 24, 25, 26. But like, yeah, but if you just stack it over and over, I've been a gym rat since I was like 19. If you just stack it, you will burn fat at
You've been to the
rest.
gym recently, Nate?
They tore down my gym.
No.
Where did you go? Planet Fitness?
No, it was a nice like health first gym, I'm pretty sure. From like a
health club or health spa.
It had spas, it had showers and pools and a jacuzzi and everything. It had the hot room where you could get like steamed. That shit was fun. Because it didn't stink. Like I hear a lot of steam rooms stink, saunas stink. But no. And apparently they had to tear it down for like water damage or something, but I never saw anything wrong with that building. They also tore down my old hospital where I worked. They're tearing that down right now into pieces. I don't know, man. It's like the old Merritt Island that I grew up with is dying, and in its place is being birthed this new DeSantis thing. Because he's a Freemason, if you didn't know. There's a couple of... like, first off, he's putting up statues of Freemasons left and right. But they just so happen to be like, you know, early presidents and shit. Well, he named one of his kids Mason. And he definitely does a lot of Freemasonic shit. I think he picked that up when he worked at Guantanamo Bay. I call him Guantanamo Ron.
That's a pretty huge icon you got there on your table.
Oh yeah, I love this. This is like my favorite. What's up, Kirby? I missed you, man. I really did miss you. I had almost forgotten about you, bro.
Wait, who?
Kerbo, I had almost forgotten about you. Like, I literally haven't thought about you in a couple of days. I'm afraid to say.
What's my opinion on what?
The new Star Fox.
It sucks,
Honestly, I didn't even watch the trailer. Like, I'm kind of done with Nintendo.
I feel like they're making it like really, really kiddie and shitty, right? Because the OG Star Fox games were really fun to play in those. Like you could sit in like one of those like chairs and shit, and you could play the original Star Fox like you were in the fucking cockpit.
I'll look at it right now, but the thing is, I'm Canadian, whatever. But it's like $700, $800 if you want a game to get a fucking Switch 2, and they're increasing their price everywhere too. So.
Like, is Canada getting worse than we think it is? How is it up there, man?
I think it's slowed down a bit. It was pretty bad a couple years ago. There seems to be like more officers on the street downtown. Like, you know, it still smells and stuff, but it used to be really bad. It smells like piss.
It's because of the Indians who don't know that they have to.
Yeah, they're really rude to me. I recently lost some weight and I'm more confident, but I was now the Indian guys are like super mean to me. Like,
well, don't say anything that could get you in trouble. I know how that government is, but shit, man, yeah, it's a problem everywhere. So don't feel like it's a singular thing. But in Canada, it's pretty bad. And that Kevin O'Leary guy that's about to like destroy Utah and kill a bunch of Mormons comes from up there. So God only knows the sort of archons that are weaving their webs
Star
up there.
Fox. I don't know. It looks all right. I don't know. It just looks like the same shit. Looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like someone got the original game, like the ROM, and then edited the code, like put HD graphics over it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they're not innovating much these days. They're just
fuck ton of texture packs.
And that's an issue when it comes to Indians, is that they will not do anything that's better than the thing that came before them ever. I've never seen it, unless it comes to music. One thing that Indians are very, very good at is music. What's that?
Who would you want in the new Super Smash Brothers? Because they're making a new one.
Gino. I don't give a fuck.
Besides Gino,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a.
I'm gonna dead name him. His name was it Heart? Exclamation mark, question mark, star. That's his dead name. So
they gotta put Dixie Kong in the new Smash Brothers.
They gotta put.
Might as well have
that badass bitch Crystal, man.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason the new Star Fox is so realistic, is because they're trying to appease the furries again.
Yeah.
They did that shit with Star Fox Adventures, which was really weird. Even as a kid, I thought, okay, this is a blue animal.
It's kind of smart because, like, who the hell is going to play Star Fox besides, like, man children? So I guess they're going for another market, too.
I don't know, man. If I could still play that original Star Fox when you sit down in the thing and it, like, moves around and shit, I would do that. That's timeless.
Yeah, that one's not dated. It's just, like, there's no reason to play this new one, really. I mean, it's not out yet, but...
They should just re-release both the GameCube Star Fox games.
Yeah, they should re-release it and make it like $100, just like they did for the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Actually, the 3D All-Stars, yeah, I got that when it was like $50. That shit's like $200 now. It's insane.
Damn.
I don't know how... Yeah, scalpers are just horrible with Nintendo. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
It's always been that way. It's been that way since, that's why all the cards have always been worth so much, because Nintendo...
No, dude, I remember when they couldn't give fucking Pokemon cards away. Now, if you go to anywhere, CVS, Walgreens, Safeway, Kroger, like any place, Target, Walmart...
Bro, those fucking cards are behind the counter. Like, they don't even have, like, energy drinks behind the counter.
They literally will say one per person, and people get pissed.
And
they will literally stop those
you can't die from fucking
Pokemon machines. Yeah, Pokemon cards are not worth. Someone got stabbed at GameStop around here for fucking Pokemon cards, bro. It's insane. For fucking Pokemon cards. Them shits used to be worthless.
It's just now cardboard with like shiny colors on it.
Well, here's the thing, Nintendo.
Turbo, what's
like
your collection looking like? Because I know you got some.
What?
You're a collector. You're a collector. I know you got some Pokemon cards.
I got a very small distilled collection now. It's like I only have like 7 things.
Are they worth it to you? Do they have sentimental value?
Yes. I find them like good art or like really good games, or just some of them, you know, I just have them for the giggles. I have Awkward Seed Hunger Force, the Baffler Meal, which is the complete collection. I have Detroit Metal City, which is an anime, one of the few animes I like.
Like Trigun?
I got The Master and the Margarita. It's a good book. I got Okage Shadow King. It's a PS2 game. I got Shadow the Hedgehog. I got Twilight Princess for the GameCube. F-Zero GX. Billy and Mandy. and Gregory Horror Show.
I thought you had a Trigun.
I do. I just got rid of the case.
Oh, damn. You shouldn't have done that.
I don't know. It doesn't fit with my aesthetic, room,
Well, here's the thing about Nintendo. It's been around for like 400 years. Why has it been around for 400 years? The games aren't that old. Card games aren't even probably that old, right? Wrong. Gambling. Nintendo was a Yakuza gambling wing, and they would make flower cards. People use.
Hello, Esther. Hello. All right. What else do I got? I got Pokemon Platinum. Some vinyls. Nothing really too interesting, I suppose. I got a calendar.
What's up, Judas?
What's your opinion on the new what is it, the adenovirus from cruise ships and from the Disney cruise? What's your opinion on that?
Here's a funny thing. Hanta is Israeli.
Hanta, there you go.
It's an Israeli word. It means scam. And I've known about this virus for a long time because my mom's a microbiologist. I know about all sorts of viruses. And I also like that song that goes Salmonella, Shigella, Clostridium infringens. It's a virus, I believe, that originates in India, and it was named the scam virus. So I'm pretty sure all clues are leading to it's not a real thing. Now, what it will be is so if you probably not heard of Ori Solomon. He was a guy that got caught in Vegas. He was an Israeli, but he looked Chinese. He's Chisraeli, and he got caught in Vegas with a biolab, and they let him go. And that's probably operations that are actually happening all over the country, really. And that's probably actually what COVID was originally, which is just like, mea culpa big time for voting for Trump for the first time. After I knew that, I actually was very, very upset with Trump and voted for Biden specifically because Bernie told me to, and it was the way to get Trump out of there because he's the one that locked down the country. He's the one that pushed the vaccines. He's the one that had all this bad shit happen on his watch. And in 2020, all the investors from America, the big time, real investors, switched over to China, and the quality of absolutely everything in the country went way downhill. So that's bad. That started a lot of bad shit, but for a period of time things were kind of
it's kind of interesting. Nobody's looking into COVID that much unless you're a conspiracy theorist, where it's literally one of the most impactful things we're ever going to have in our life.
Well, if you look at what and if you look at, especially us here in America, but if you look at what they've been doing with the fucking social media, is people will talk about it and then they will get punished. They will get punished in a way where their dopamine will get taken away. Their ability to talk to people will get taken away. And unlike me, they won't just go, well, I've only been on Twitter for so long. I'm just going to either get a new account. If they range ban me, fuck it, I'll just leave. Just have no attention to it. But instead, people
How many times have you been banned, Nate?
A lot, actually, 3 or 4 times here on
I
Twitter.
can tell because you had 6 accounts so far. It's incredible.
Do you think you could Riz Candlejack with the Star Fox avatar?
That's
Leave Candlejack alone.
That's Judas's gal.
I know, I'm asking.
No.
Get the tongue out like you're eating some ass.
You both are just wild.
Get right in there. Alright, sorry.
Gerbo, I heard you got a girlfriend from Instagram. You were talking about Big Booba girlfriend in Instagram.
Your next topic?
No, there's no need to be coy about it. You should be proud of this.
Yeah, what were you saying, Wolfie?
Yeah.
the Haunter virus. It evolves into the Gengar virus.
Oh, Pokemon? Dude, I love Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon? Pokemon.
But it might actually be that they start hitting us with bioweapons again. And then people start, people got neurological damage from COVID.
Are you talking about Team Rocket or are you talking about Israel?
Yes. It's funny because all of
Nate, you gotta come back to the Kiwi Farms. Log in tonight.
Maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on. My mom's out of town, and I'm taking care of everything, and I'm still
Yeah,
running
he's got a
around
lot of
cleaning
big things planned. Watch out, guys.
Nate, just log in.
Yeah, I've known for a while how I can just pop on there without exposing my IP or anything. Just kind of like lurk around.
I'm just saying, Nate. I know you're shy. Just come back. You'd be welcome with open arms.
Henstepple texted me saying I should come back to the website.
There you go. Henstepple is the most aligned with the chakras and the spirits of the world. He will let you know if it's wrong, but he's telling you it's right.
Yeah.
So just like R. Kelly, just say it's right. Your body's telling you no.
It feels like the time.
Speaking of R. Kelly, piss. You guys got that in common.
Is Pissmaster still around?
Yes, he is.
Nice.
No? I don't know. Is that the guy that screwed that one?
He's in the DMs, Kerbo.
Now I have a question.
He slept with that one chick.
This is a more important question.
Blue Jeans.
No, that's mine.
I'm fucking jealous.
I got a more important question. Is Maskell really a tranny?
I don't know. I haven't heard from. Maskell got banned.
What? He did? She did? It did?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only been A-log and null for like 10 years.
Are you in the Telegram by any chance, Nate?
No.
The Kiwi Farms Telegram?
I don't come to Tel Aviv.
You're not on the Kiwi Farms Discord?
Not on that Fed shit.
I mean, if I was on the Telegram, I'd probably have maybe rizzed up Roombutt a little bit more while she was around, you know? Although she had a big time crush on him.
I think he still could. Nate, you can rizz up any woman. I don't know if you know, those women are just obsessed with you on the Kiwi Farms.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised how every fucking single time.
I see it every day.
A lot of people would probably be surprised.
Obsessed with your aura.
It's the aura. That's exactly it. And Henstepple will tell you about this.
It is. It's the aura. They like the six-pack. They like the wood chopping, the cabbage cooking. Women are into you.
It's how you carry yourself. And whenever I'm in public, like, I carry myself with a dignity, but like a calmness that makes women really bat their eyes at me when I'm out almost every
women just
single
look
time.
at me with pure disgust.
What?
Yeah,
that's right, Judas.
Yeah, Kerbo knows. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He just looks at me with pure disgust.
Why?
No whimsy, no nothing. Because I stink. I'm a stinky boy.
No, you need to take a shower. You need to have Candlejack tell you to take a shower more. Tell Candlejack to tell you to take a shower.
Have a bubble bath.
One day, I'll be bathing, but not today. I'm gonna be stinky. But Nate, since we're talking about hygiene, what soap should I use when I start bathing? Old Spice, Dove. What do you think?
Yeah, let's use all the ones with chemicals. All right, Judas.
Yeah, right. Just as long as you avoid phthalates and shit like that, it's whatever. You know, don't be afraid of stuff with artificial stuff in it, as long as it doesn't have harsh, bad chemicals with like nasty preservatives and shit like that. You should
what if it has aluminum in it?
The Goldschlager of body wash. Yeah.
Do you use Irish Spring by any chance, Nate?
I bet that's pretty good, but no, I don't use that.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Aveeno's pretty good.
So you said your father's healing and your mother's out of town. How's that going in the household? Is it just chill? You're smoking doobs with your father? What's up?
Well, 5 months ago, my mom couldn't walk, and I was taking care of her. She got cancer. She got polycythemia vera, cythemia vera, and it's a blood cancer. It's a blood disorder, and I got her on a diet. I was cooking everything, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was driving everywhere. I was making all the appointments, cleaning everything. It was quite tiresome. And then 5 to 7 weeks of me cooking her everything, she healed up basically. And then she kept eating good. Now she's a vegetarian because she doesn't need the amount of protein she was intaking for 2 years, which I warned her, hey, that's not good food. And we're obsessed with protein here in America. We should not be eating so much protein because we don't need it. We don't use it. Unless we're bodybuilders, and then we eat the chicken.
Yeah, bro, tuna is the secret weapon.
Yeah?
Tuna is the best.
I mean, you walk a bunch of places, so you need extra protein. But if you drive a lot, you don't.
I'm obese.
Yeah.
No, man, I saw
You're a
you do that
little
DoorDash.
A moo beef, yes, baby.
I call that the
Dead
Moo
ass.
Dash. Yo, Judas, bring me my double shake and fries, Wolfie fries.
Wolfie fries. What does Wolfie fries consist of?
The special sauce. You don't want to know what it is.
French fried taters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judas
French
is a
fried
buffalo.
potatoes and Sling
It's like
Blade.
those. It's like
That's a
those
good
waffle
movie.
fries, but they're cut into crosses.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's the Wolfie special.
Kerbo, do you like Chinese food?
No.
Why?
Tastes weird.
It's always cheap food. It used to be
But
good.
you only eat pizza then, so
No, I
Because
don't anymore. I'm a
the
good
food
boy. I
used to be
don't
better,
eat
yeah.
any pizza at all.
then what do you just been eating tuna? Out of a
Yeah.
can?
Tuna.
What'd y'all have for dinner?
Yes. Been eating. What else? Rice. I have black rice. I have white rice. I have brown rice.
Purple rice is the shit.
I think that's black rice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think so. got
Fruits
Why are
and
you eating
veggies.
so much healthier?
Because I'm trying to.
Kerbo,
I don't know.
Trying
Well,
to
I
what?
mean, that was always the goal. To, be happier. Because you just got to make a lot of small choices, like changes in your life. Nothing magically makes you feel better, or not even feel better as like a sadness, just like feel better, like energy.
You honestly sound smarter and happier than the last time I talked to you, which is fucking crazy because it's only been like 3 months.
That's good. No, it's been like a year.
Really? Shit. Where's the time gone, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
used to stream a lot.
Fading into dust right now. You ever seen Super Jail, the Time Police? Well, the Time Police. Fucking, that's me right now. It's you and me. We're falling into ashes.
Yeah.
ashes.
Mental, yeah. Anyways,
What'd y'all have for dinner?
Tuna.
What about you, Judith? Did you have a milkshake
I
with
had
Wolfie fries, a
food
buffalo shake?
And beans.
Beans are good. Beans reduce your low-density lipoprotein, which is the bad.
Beans are like
Yeah,
the
nachos.
ultimate- They're like really good comfort food.
Hispanic people never have heart attacks. Have you noticed that? Almost never, because they, whereas black people have heart attacks.
That's not true at all. I'm so open to a heart attack.
What?
Yeah,
You?
I've done so much damage to my heart.
Aw.
I
Yeah.
think this is well known, isn't
It's
it?
okay.
I don't think it's you that's necessarily done the damage. Like you had issues with your tummy, and then like anybody who has surgery, that's a big thing to recover from. So I wouldn't put that all on you, man.
How do you feel about the quartering being a person to flag people down now?
He's boring. He's so boring. For the first like 2 weeks, I was a little interested, but not really. And then after like 3 or 4 months, it's just like 3 months, it's fucking tiresome, man. It's tiresome. Everybody's getting tired of it.
Did he flag anybody else besides the Kino Casino? Assume so, but I haven't been following.
And you know what? He actually denied that, and it's possible that he actually.
No, he's been flagging a lot of people.
Bro, I would have that in, like, if I was him, I'd be like, yeah, fucking put him down. But he doesn't have any confidence.
The thing about
Sexy attitude.
the thing about quartering is he might be a scapegoat. He might have just been somebody who talks shit constantly to everybody over years and years and years, and he got a lot of enemies. And so they're excusing like a more harsh censorship policy with certain flaggets, but in reality, it's actually a more harsh censorship policy. It's like AI code, it's Indians that are actually flagging people's shit down.
Don't say that.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. But if people like it, what makes me even believe it more is the fact that people hyper focusing on like individuals instead of looking at the bigger systemic
I
things.
don't know. It might just be a conspiracy, to be honest, because the Kino Casino, what were they at? Like 60K subs? I mean, they're the casino, so I can understand why they got taken down, even if their clips were censored. They're old internet, so it's like, I don't know.
I wouldn't consider Worski is old internet, but I wouldn't really consider
I mean, like old internet for me, not for you.
I guess. Yeah, he is actually an OG sectorite and used to be a cow himself. Like many of us.
Put it this way, Nate.
We come from the substrate.
What is your opinion, though, that the quartering is literally using all his resources and assets to go after a fat man and a former cokehead? Like, to me, it's a waste of time, because at the end of the day, you're vilifying yourself, and you're really putting these they become a martyr, literally.
So is he suing them?
Losing their channel, they got a couple more thousand viewers, I think. They went from like 5,000 to like 10,000 viewers since all this.
Well, here, let me try to lay out the timeline for you, because I don't think he's really been doing much. Like himself, Jeremy has been doing much when it comes to like fighting back. It's like, first he gets hit by, and this is one of the things that leads me to believe now this might be a scapegoat. There's a very high chance of that, because you got this mainstream signed in with various like labels and shit, talking head on the podcast networks, and then this other one, and then this other one, and then this other one, and it's like it's not like everybody's dropping them at once. It was like this long drawn out thing where this person got their turn, and that person got their turn, and that person got their turn. It felt coordinated on like a much higher scale, and like the term conspiracy theory is literally a term the CIA created after the JFK assassination to cover up the fact that people were looking at the coordinated dots and drawing their connections.
Are you Agent Scully, Nate?
Well, like 9/11.
Yeah, I see. I still can't melt steel beams, man.
Then and MLK, like they assassinated the fuck out of him, but like they just played it off like it was just random gun violence, you know, or that he was gonna kill himself.
How about this, Nate? I have an idea for us. How about me and you write a Goosebumps-inspired book?
What about me, man?
Curvo, you could do the cover art. Me and Nate will do the writing part.
It's funny because I actually have like a draft of a couple of pages of a Goosebumps-inspired short horror story.
We could do a Goosebumps-inspired novel, and we can sell a lot of them on Amazon for children, and we can make like thousands of dollars.
I think R.L. Stein's a pervert. That might put a damper on things.
Why?
A Stein? No, I really read about some shit about him being a pervert, and it kind of ruined it.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Can't be throwing those kind of accusations at R.L. Stein. He might come looking for you.
He'll turn me into nefarious goop.
More viewers goodbye, man. Take your channel down just like the quartering.
Oh, Nate has more viewers than that. He gets in posts. He gets like 100 views.
No, I just said
video. He's famous. Turbo, when's your next video? He used to get 100,000 views.
I can explain it, or I don't know. It'll take a while to explain.
You can go for it if you want to, or it can return back to my conspiracy theory.
No, it's just I've created a kind of new process of video making a bit that I want to incorporate, and it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, the Toonami era.
Yeah.
You want to do a bridge Dragon Ball Z videos?
No, I'm just doing a mashup for Dragon Ball Z. The Bardock theme was a
yeah.
And so I'm getting a CRT, which I sold mine. I didn't. They're hard to find, especially where I live. But I have an old camera. I'm gonna record the TV in the dark, and I'm gonna like make a little diorama. I already have some things for it, and I'm gonna it's like a lost video from 2009, and that's like a music video, and the music video is playing in the TV, but like I'm recording the TV and whatever is around it.
I see exactly what you're saying.
That sounds like early Adult Swim experimental era shit. What was that, Juice?
Oh,
I think
what did you say?
Curvo should make a music video for Nate. Nate has singing talent. I think Nate, you should get into an EP, make 3 songs. I can send some beats. You know, I can use SL Studios. I can do some Fruity Loops. And Curvo can do the music and be the creative director in that book.
I need you to style over some beats. And then Juice.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. And I'm telling you, we'll be like Milli Vanilli, but better.
Right for Kanye?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
he helped write that one song, Hail Hitler. Like,
no, I thought you just said Cousins.
No, he wrote the Nazi one.
Wait a minute.
Hanging with my cousin, reading Wolfie magazines. No, reading the what's it called? Sorry, I forgot your thing. Hanging with my cousin, watching above the bell curve. You see, Wolfie saying some shit that's anti-Semitic, so I copied all that shit that he said, and I made it my bars. Now I'm gonna go far. That's when I said Judas gave me head. No,
you should kill yourself now.
This is low tier tone.
But yeah. Let me expound on that a little bit. I do think that the quartering is like a scapegoat. They're bleeding him out in front of everybody, slowly, and everybody's getting their turn one after another, because this is supposed to distract us from the war, which was everybody was finding their particular distraction that they were getting diverted into at the time, or trying to create for themselves, and having various metrics of success with that. But I think that it's more to cover up the censorship that's happening, and to put it on like, no, everybody hates this guy, so it's this guy flagging.
Hello, Jacko.
What's up, Jacko?
Yeah, I don't have much to say, because I'm trying. I don't know. I didn't really want to get invested because the quartering's just ugly, so I didn't want to watch it.
I hate that shit. I can't stand looking his face, and I hate fucking watching all this. I do. I hate the 500 fucking videos we've been forced to watch about this shit recently.
I don't know where Judas went.
It's almost much better to like kind of be forgotten at a certain point, because everything just gets worse, right? Oh, he's got to charge his headphones.
Is he kind of like Destiny? I don't know. I haven't seen him. Now
the Destiny and fucking Ethan Klein shit. Now that's a little bit of a interesting saga, because Ethan went and he did what he knows to do best. He pulled the Israeli strategy and he shot his neighbor.
Is that real?
So Destiny fired off the nuke of like, you're a pedophile, you molested your children. Everybody spread the word, which is like bad on him. That's really mean. That's really evil. That's some shit I would consider like both fighting words and libel enough to go into a court case. But then he turns the lawsuit on fucking Ian Icux, who hasn't done nothing to nobody recently. So like, he just did the strategy of shooting his neighbor. And like, yeah, not a lot of people are going to come to the defense of Icux, but the way that he went about it is like imploding his career right now. And that's interesting to see, because I don't like Ethan Klein. I don't like, once again, this is one of these cases of like, I just don't like looking at him. There are people who I disagree with on ideological levels, who I don't mind watching from time to time, because they have charisma. And when you watch them for a while, you don't come off of that like, damn, I just felt like I hung around the fucking special ed class and it was the worst experience ever, and they were throwing shit and fucking hurting people, and like, that sucked. I'm okay with hanging around with the cool special ed kids, but not those. And that's how it feels with Ethan Klein. That's how it feels with Jeremy Hambley. These are not people that anybody wants to hang around, and it's such a shock that they were successful on the previous substrate of YouTube. I guess we just got to do better. We got to outcompete them. It's like, if you're gonna have all these shitty assholes with their modern art being put up everywhere, you might as well make some real art to outcompete it with. And one of these days, I want to tap you for
you might call me cringe for this, but I think it's mostly, well, not mostly, but partly because he's like a millionaire now, and you can't be ethical, moral without being a millionaire. I mean, you can't. What
does that mean? Like you like rich people are never racist, like that Andrew Tate thing that he said recently.
No, I mean like he has to do scummy shit, and like he has to do like objectively bad things, like lie to make money. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, man. Just cut this shit. Cut it, please.
Got it. Wait, are you talking about Jeremy or Ethan?
Ethan.
Yeah.
Because he was, I don't know, maybe he was always like kind of a backstabbery guy, like.
Well, he used to be actually kind of cool. He used to have kind of that art school vibe. where you can just go out and have an adventure with them, and like that's what it felt like. I remember a lot of his older videos are kind of like that, wandering around Tel Aviv, like, what the fuck is that? This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
They kind of remind me of AVGN because they're like very cozy to watch.
Yeah.
Like and that type of thing. But
shit changes sometimes, man. And that's what I was saying about, like, sometimes it's better to be forgot and be nostalgia, because shit, man, things just keep getting worse and worse, and it's affecting everybody, which is like my ethos, my zeitgeist is we all got to try our best to work together and do our best, because it's not going to get any easier. It's got to get harder and harder.
Bruh. I kind of miss that era. I mean, everybody says that, but like 2016 was a lit, especially on YouTube.
Fuck, I fucking graduated in 2012, man. I feel old right now. But yeah, 2014 was like the last time I like counted the year, and then all of a sudden it was 2020.
Yeah. Nate is famous.
I don't want to be famous, because as soon as somebody becomes famous, then their shit gets fucked up.
I touch kids.
No. I bet you there's gonna be.
Yes.
I bet you there's gonna be AI fucking deep fakes of everybody touching kids in the future. It's gonna be, because then the pedophiles will make a smoke screen and it'll be hard to tell what's what. But I think people can run it through software to determine if something is real or not. It's just gonna be a horrifying.
Yeah,
future.
but then you would have to download the images.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's going to be a difficult future. And we're going to have a robust system of checks and balances and things that can sift through these things.
You're going to trust the government to tell you if this is real or fake or not?
If we created a government that wasn't made up of grifters and scammers, if our democracy wasn't fake and gay, then yeah, I would. And I hope that in the future it can be, because the other option is like everything just continues to collapse in on itself. This is like below barbarian shit that we're dealing with these days, with how many people are out for each other's throats and the sort of negative behaviors where vice has become a virtue. It's bad, man. It's bad. You can see it. You're a smart guy. You're more focused on creative, which is sharing your mind with others, as opposed to extracting and parasitizing and not creating anything, but instead of drawing in the world into you and then becoming profoundly bored, which is a lot of people these days.
Yeah, I'm very not one note, but there's downsides to that. It's like who am I? You know, like I have to go around certain
Imposter
cultures.
syndrome.
Yeah,
and you probably
kind of sucks.
And because you care about other people. This is the thing too, is you're probably kind of sensitive, especially when people are being dickheads and like in large crowds of people who are rough and rowdy. That's a lot of people who have more of a creative, intuitive aspect, as opposed to like the extroverts, which have less of a intuitive aspect and kind of just focus on like going with the flow. And like you got to integrate that as you move through life.
I think I'm doing that slowly. Could be faster.
There come a time, man. Be patient.
Yeah. But what were we talking about? Artificial CP?
The horrible future, the waking nightmare we're all walking into.
Artificial Club Penguin points. That's what I mean. COD points.
Why is everybody obsessed with pizza these days? It makes it hard to tell who's Pizzagate and who's not. You know, Jesse from Pod Awful has a pizza club. Noel loves pizza. Everybody's obsessed with fucking pizza. It's a millennial slop thing, I'm sure of it. It's just millennial slop, I'm sorry.
I was thinking, I mean, it's really easy to eat, really easy to overeat, so...
I fill up on that shit quick.
Yeah. Right. If you have like a good burger that's not actually like slop, you're full. But with pizza, you can just like keep eating, like fucking 12 pizzas.
Judas preaching on it. He said Twitter has turned into Tumblr. So true, King. So true.
What did he say?
He said Twitter has turned into Tumblr. I finally fucking joined Discord, even though I was super reluctant to do it, so I can give the Dogtone interview, which was fun.
I'm still surprised you're on Twitter, because there's a lot of gross shit. I don't even use Twitter. It's like, bro, I want to log out the second I go on here.
It sucks. It's so profoundly broken. I just got shadow banned again today for fucking with the Groypers again. Those motherfuckers. Like, it becomes dominated by like 4 or 5 groups that are actually gaming the monetization system because they're all friends with each other and they group up and then they have bot networks that operate inside.
What's the purpose of fucking with them? Because personally, it's like they're already going to be miserable people if they're Groypers, so they already are suffering. So I don't care.
Well, just like on Facebook, I try to directly talk to people one-to-one. It's much easier to do on Kiwi Farms.
Well, alright, what is your general take on Groypers?
20% are probably decent people. You know, genuinely good people just trying to find camaraderie in a larger group. A lot of them are international pedophiles in a way. You know, kind of the Ali Akbars. There's a lot of those.
Yeah, you could put them in 2 camps.
Well, I would say there's a third camp, which is fucking bots and feds. You know, federally operated bots or military bots that are just there to call people who say anything opposite, like ratio them and call them retards, and these are just bot networks that say nothing original. A lot of the Trump shit, they have very easy to spot bots. Like, the Trump fucking movement is collapsing. Like, I voted for him for the first time, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but maybe I really shouldn't have done that at the end of the day. But the rationale is that he will glorify God's justice by breaking and exposing things in the system that were already nascent and dormant and growing, which is to say, like, we literally have programmed people in America for 100 fucking years with Stalinism and Trotskyism, with racism shit, which is invented by Trotsky. Like, if everybody's part of a culture, everybody should be out, like, on each other's team, but we get subdivided based on the fucking races. And that is why, like, Chud's getting fucking probably the book thrown at him to what extent the law can do that, because he was quite literally exposing a big psyop that this fucking communist system uses. And now we're like making tons of fucking gulags and we're throwing Abuela in there. And then we're like pointing the camera on the one gang member with like tattoos and shit, and that guy gets treated better than like the regular people, the regular working a Home Depot parking lot, sort of just trying to feed their family guys, or the Abuela and her daughter fleeing from gang violence that we as a country created in Latin America to get cocaine into the inner city and cracking in the inner cities. Cocaine in the suburbs, cracking in the inner cities. It's been fucking bad, man. And like, you can trace basically all the issues, the Groypers included, to Israelis, like Zionism.
Whoa.
And, yeah,
that's just your opinion, man.
No, it's the truth. And like that, it don't like, that's why all the little stuff that's connected to the focal point, like, you're right, don't fuck with Groypers. It's unproductive. Trying to deconvert somebody from that is hard, and by the time they've kind of chosen that path, you might as well not intervene. Which is like, it sucks, because if we had free speech, we could. What was that?
My take is like, Groypers don't last long. They're like 14 to 19. they're gonna, it's like a phase.
You really think that?
Phase. Either they're gonna like get thrown to the side and it's like, why am I fucking with these people? Or they're just gonna be like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Like, this guy isn't cool anymore. Because or it's either
this is big movement.
How many times can you have like Nick say the same thing over and over again and you just get bored?
There's a big movement, and Nick, ever since January 6th, ever since he decided to be one of the SPLC boys, Nick has taken, he wants to be the guy, and he has taken the lead in effectively being the, you know that like 90% of the neo-Nazi groups are literally like created and funded by Israel. And that's a fact. That is an absolute fact. That is something that would stand up in court as a statement, because it's all out in the open. Like 90% or more. So Nick Fuentes and the Groypers have been the like #1, hey everybody criticizing Israel, come to my side. And then you got people like Candace Owens and Ian Carroll who are kind of like, and then Tucker Carlson too, who are kind of actually like just telling the truth about Nick Fuentes, and then they get attacked by these bot networks, whereas their teams won't attack back really. They'll just try to tell the truth and do good things because they're good people. Like the Groypers are, like that's why I say the bots and the international pedophiles, those are really fucking bad people. Genuinely bad people. And you are who you put yourself around, so that 20% of good people that choose to become a Groyper, it's just like, don't trust them. Don't trust any of them until they deconvert from that shit, hopefully at a young age. But like, the movement against Israel is getting really loud, and it's growing pretty big, and it's being steered by these neo-Nazi groups that Israel themselves has control over. So,
have you seen like a Groyper past 24 though? Like that isn't like Alexander or Nick.
It's
like that isn't
rare.
Like a leader.
You're absolutely right. It's usually younger guys. But when I went to the Fishback rally, and Fishback said, you should never be censored because you're watching Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens or Nick Fuentes. He like wrapped them all together, and then people cheered when they heard Nick Fuentes, like especially young guys, but guys in their like mid-20s and shit. No, bro, like it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem here. It's gonna continue to be a problem, and that's it. Like the best way, it's like with all this modern art shit, like we just got to create art that's better than that, and then have enough people inspired by that, even if it's just one person that ripples out into the universe until the flap of a butterfly's wings becomes a typhoon. We have to just try our best and work together to make sure that this rapidly shitifying situation can be dealt with.
What's going on here?
Like even Israel, don't even like engage with them, because like what's that gonna do? No, inspire your own. Don't focus on the hatred, otherwise you'll become the monster, you'll become the trauma. Just like the Israelis are doing the Holocaust right now.
That's why I don't follow a lot of this lolcat stuff anymore.
Really? Well, it's gotten sad. It used to be funny, and I want to bring it back to funny. I want to try my hardest.
Like
to
the Boss Man Jack shit is funny, but he's like in jail.
They took fucking Boss Man from us too. Our people are under attack. Yeah, I mean, there are funny people out there. We just have to hunt for them. We can't be fucking talking about Jeremy Hambley for 3 fucking months straight if we want to actually have fun on the internet. That's a fact. That's why I hate this shit at this point. You know, even though like 2 months ago I was just like, whatever. I actually hate this shit now because it's corrupting my friends' space and their ability to have fun. Now, in this last month, ever since we here in America found out that we can't do jack shit against anybody except for peasants herding goats wearing flip-flops who still take out our $500 million planes with fucking RPGs, you know, hopping around in crags. We cannot face any other country, any one of them. We could probably beat up on Ukraine now if we wanted to, but that's after 2 or 3 years of Russia weakening them. We can't face any country. We couldn't face Japan. We can certainly fucking not face China. Get even fucking close. We would get wiped out in the opening salvos and then launch all the nukes to try and depopulate them. And that would be that, you know. And I'm actually happy that Trump's over talking to China right now, even though the MAGA cucks are, you know, flipping and flopping and everybody's laughing. And who cares, man? I am happy that we're trying to de-escalate from World War III. That's the little bits of silver lining that I see when I'm looking at why the fuck did I vote for Trump? Well, it could have been more insidious. It could have been somebody like Ron DeSantis, who is a Freemason and is much more intelligent, but is less go-with-the-flow charismatic. He's more of an introvert. And he does a lot of evil stuff, and then it gets passed off as good because he's smart and he's patient and he doesn't say the quiet part out loud, which Trump does all the time. And quite frankly, Trump's funny, or at least he can be when he's not being a fucking evil dickhead. It's not really that funny to watch somebody like try to wipe out an entire civilization and shit like that. It's not funny. But anyways, what's going on in your neck of the woods, man?
Just focusing on myself. I don't want to call it like looks maxing because that stuff is stupid.
No, but it's not, man. It's aesthetics, and aesthetics are part of beauty and goodness.
No, I mean the concept of it is stupid, just like the wording of it. Like, I'm fucking looks man.
No, they're trying to make fun of it because being like capable of preventing yourself from getting poisoned, and then having a good exercise regimen and eating good food and like taking care of yourself and not like shaving off all your hair and all your beard and like trying to be like the least person ever because society says so. Like smashing your face with a hammer ain't it, but mewing actually might be. You know, that's posture. All posture is good. How you carry yourself is more important to women than your height or even like your bank account, because somebody could be a wretched, creature, and a woman will only go after that.
It's just like not even just women, just people in general. Like, don't want to have the posture of a slouch. Like, you're not going to be treated well. You're going to feel worse.
And you won't be able to breathe well, and you won't be able to think well. So that's the most important part, is like, it's actually about loosening up and like releasing the tension that you don't need, so you can actually like move yourself in a way that is beneficial. Maybe not even just beneficial, maybe just for the sake of aesthetics. Like, it doesn't actually serve any intrinsic value, but it serves some form of spiritual value because it hasn't been done recently, and it could be something better than it is right now. Not like I'm gonna get something out of this for sure, but like I'm gonna try, and that trying is attractive. Women like a golden retriever of a boyfriend. They love it. It's their favorite thing in the world, because the golden retriever is always willing to go for an adventure, and if something bad happens, they'll just kind of look at you with soft eyes, and everything's going to be okay, because they're not focusing on like beating you up over some bad thing that you did a month ago, which is like a woman's nightmare, right? To be locked into a situation like that. Even if it's for their better good, they'll call it abusive, because you have to have a certain way with women. You have to inspire them. And something that inspires women, when you get into a nice relationship, you'll want to apply this. Something that inspires women is the imagination and telling fun little stories and really just having a good time with it. Like when you put something in the oven, say, "Good luck, guys, have a good one in there," stuff like that. Just little tiny things. The sort of stuff that our ancestors would do to pass the time. And then we have all these distractions around us, and it kills our ability to actually intuit like these little fairy tale stories in our head. And that kills a lot of the light in life.
Yeah, I think the main thing is people, we're too stuck into a routine, which, that's our society. But, we can try and...
It's school.
Not to be such a routine.
The best thing I ever did was break out of the fucking school routine of having to watch the clock constantly. Which ultimately you have to kind of like move away from working, and you have to put yourself in a particular situation, which is
that's
very,
not
very rare.
It's not healthy for your brain.
You always work, you always create, you always study, right? But here's the historical contingent that a lot of people leave out when they think that if somebody is not living off of your welfare, you're not entitled to denigrate their particular lifestyle if it has no effect on you and it's not bad for them. But here's the historical contingent. The smartest people in the world had either patrons in their church, patrons in a wealthy lord, somebody that allowed them free time to think and write. And only like really, really, really great men like J.R.R. Tolkien could do it when in the trenches, and that's what makes their shit genuinely inspiring across all these different fields. Is like, if you can cue your brain up to something that good. And he was a devout Catholic, and Catholicism, as you know, Catholic Herbo, is a really deep religion when it's done right. And that can actually give you a spiritual depth that leads to a mind attunement that gives you a better intellect. People only have high IQs when they read. This bullshit about being born with a high IQ is such fucking bullshit. If you ever look at some of these hilltop Israeli settlers, there are some hills have eyes looking fucking crazy ass redneck inbred hicks retards carrying themselves like the worst form of creature, the most deplorable and pitiable thing you could ever see, more deplorable or pitiable than a wounded animal. And they were born that way because they're born thinking that they were God's gift to the earth, and my name is gift to God, so I'm not fucking saying like, but they are instilled with that, and they don't study, and they don't work out, and they don't eat healthy, and all they do is take out their rage for being worse and worse and worse as they get older.
Kind of reminds me of Frieza.
jacked a little bit. Did he
Because
ever do anything?
Frieza didn't work out, right?
Yeah.
He didn't practice. He was like,
he was a spoiled brat.
Because I was born the best.
He was a spoiled fucking brat. It's funny because all of us probably have more DBZ abridged in our head than the actual Dragon Ball Z. Basically everybody my age, or probably even younger, but like people over the age of 40 probably have more regular DBZ in their head.
I'm glad they ended it at the Cell arc.
Let's get back. I didn't want to see them butcher the Blue arc. I did when I was younger, but I definitely don't now because they were fucking it up. It wouldn't have been like the original DBZ abridged.
I feel like they would have done something stupid with Boo because they wouldn't be like,
Yo, my name is Boo.
I feel like they would have done something different because, you know, we're doing things different. We don't need to do it the same way. But that's just what I think.
I didn't like how they kept sexualizing Dende. That gives me the creeps big time.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was very weird. And Gohan, but like Gohan wasn't like doing it himself. It was just Dende, the character, and whatever the fuck was going on there. And also I heard like the guy that does like the main voice of all the Team 4-Star projects, he's like a lol cow himself. Which
was it Masako X? That guy's cool.
Is he?
Well,
because lol cows can be cool. You don't have to hate lol cows.
My name's Goku. Muffin Button.
In fact, you shouldn't hate lol cows. Really, lol cows shouldn't be hateable things. Christian was not a hateable person, and the people that did hate him were called A-Logs, named after a guy named Aaron Legato, and they get told to calm down because it's really not that serious. Like, Chris is actually autistic, so he's entitled to whatever services that the government provides.
Is really that guy? I thought he was like the most normal out of all of them.
Chris?
Oh no, Masako X.
Yeah. He's got his own thread, I'm pretty sure. Or at least Team 4-Star has their own collective thread on Kiwi Farms.
There was Lanny Pator. That's Vegeta, I think.
I loved Krillin. I remember watching him play video games with his Krillin voice. He's a fun guy. He's probably the nicest guy on the team, if I remember correctly.
Thanks for telling me about this. I had no idea. Oh yeah, I'm seeing his face now. Yeah. Hey guys. Hey guys. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because he like left Team 4-Star for some fucking reason. I'm pretty sure.
He was a big egomaniac, and that's a core characteristic in a lot of lol cows. Is they have a big ego. They have a lot of creative output because they're really full of themselves and they think they can do a million things. But like, you don't have to hate lol cows. In fact, hating lol cows is the death of our culture. It's the death of Sector. And it's the death of the minds of the people that could have inspired to be great psychologists or great artists because they were around intelligent and interesting. Well, not intelligent. Well, yes, intelligent, but interesting, creative, and inspiring people. Inspiring, that's the word I was looking for. You don't have to be intelligent to be inspiring, but it helps. And there can be intelligent lol cows. And a lol cow shouldn't be somebody that you want to abuse because that's...
What did you think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? Oh, with Kaiser Neko?
What's it?
Yeah, it's Kaiser Neko. Yeah, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It always felt very chill. I bet you at one point those guys and that guy with the glasses crew were probably tight, if I remember correctly.
Little Karibo,
that's right. I just repeated the shit that you said back to me. I apologize. It's been a long day.
No problem.
I normally don't do that.
I think I honestly kind of prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Me too. It's very relaxed and nice. Everything in the world belongs to America.
I don't know what I can describe it as. It doesn't take itself as seriously, which
It's got good humor.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Z Abridged doesn't take itself seriously, but...
The Cell arc took itself pretty damn seriously.
Oh, yeah. I kind of quit watching after that, because it was fucking cringe. Like, why is Gohan, like, screaming and crying or something? I don't know. I legit did not finish the final episode, because it's like,
it was like no jokes at the end. Yeah, They just wanted to finish it, I guess.
It's like, why would I watch this and just watch Dragon Ball?
Yeah, it became a voice actor project. It became a project filleting voice actors. And that was in a time when voice actors were not getting necessarily enough love. But then there became an arc of like, oh, okay, you want to be able to put your own favorite voice actor like Bren Daniel.
Sorry, is that what you would have thought
field.
it would turn into if they kept going with the Boo arc?
Yeah, it would have been self-serious BS and like a bunch of weird politics inserts. Because things got very political after that shit ended anyways. Like everything became political. The people who say that is ruining shit are absolutely spot on. And hopefully Trump can like legitimately break politics. Like he would be the greatest person in the world in the long run if he could just break all the politics and never bring it back. Like we can have politicians like Thomas Massey, and then like all of the APAC people that make us fight, they're just gonna like kicked out forever. That'd be great. That'd be Trump's biggest accomplishment. Nobody else could do that, you know. I just hope he doesn't kill a bunch of people. Which, like, you know, the fucking crazy thing is, like, he hasn't really killed a bunch of people. I think he does get a bad rap sometimes. Because Obama invaded 4 fucking countries and killed millions of people and, like, personally used the United States military to drone strike, like, Doctors Without Borders and shit. Which, like, the Manab school bombing killed 168 children and, like, 40 to 60 teachers. And that was launched during, that was Hegseth. That was launched during fucking discussions for peace and stuff. So, but it's just like Iran is strong, and they have like blood parades and shit. Like nobody wants to see their school children get killed, but those were also school children for the military. So if anything, it's only made Iran stronger, which it has objectively.
You're thinking about this stuff a lot, man.
I know, because it could lend to all the countries in the world getting into
you feel a bit obsessed with it?
Well, it feels like the way that it was going before Trump fucked everything up could have been World War III.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Because it could have been the fact that Russia and China would have lined on one side, and then Ukraine would have pulled Europe in, and then we would have allied to Ukraine through Israel, and like it could have been. Like
I think Canada would have been with the UK.
Well, Canada's like a small strip. It's like Chile. You know, realistically, it looks huge on the Mercator projection, but unlike Russia, realistically, it's never undergone a real modernization project where a bunch of people can live there. So even though they're like the second most beloved country in the world, they're not really a big power player in the world wars. When I'm talking about like China and Russia getting together on one side,
China,
and then Ukraine,
it's like the 4 corners. There's 4 corners. You know, China, Russia, Korea.
You would see Turkey split off from NATO, probably. They're opportunist bastards, those damn Turks. But you'd probably see them split off from NATO and join Iran. They definitely do that now, which is so great. How things are right now is that Europe is falling the fuck apart. Ukraine is getting the shit kicked out of it right now, and Russia and China are friends, whereas China now has all the Americans like bowing to them. That means it's probably not going to be World War III, which means that most people can continue to live their lives in peace because the people aren't more focused on like blood war and religious war as they are, which there's hardly any such thing as a true religious war. It's blood war, but it's like racism shit, but it's territories. It's ancient.
Yeah, isn't a religious war just a war?
10% of the wars throughout history have been wars of religion. The rest of them have been wars of conquest. So, like, when I say racial, I mean more nationalistic. You know, let's redefine the borders of our countries so that we can extract resources in a particular area and we can spread our culture. Which, like, if it was just cultural, it'd be one thing, but national is usually like the benefits go to like a small cadre of like 5% of the country, and then everybody else has to do the work, and they get kind of shafted. But they get to continue their bloodline, which is a big thing that makes it acceptable. Right now, the bloodlines are not continuing, so like the behavior and like the Japanese strategy of just telling people to have children is not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. There has to be some sort of a change, and when people are more primed to have a change instead of just going, oh, it's going to be okay, then shit actually gets done. Just what? You know? Is it going to be some violent communist bullshit? Because that seems like what we're cued on these days. When we forget our religion, it seems like we are destined for bloodshed. Catholicism does have historical answers to a lot of these issues. which requires a lot of like getting together and debating and working out treaties and honoring those treaties because you swear on it by your God and you are a person of your word, a man of your word, and you're signing it in blood. Whatever honor that you put behind it, like when we have a bunch of dishonorable people, it's just always going to be war. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you down here in America. People legitimately have to worry about their fucking lives. Like, in the entire damn continent.
I mean, yeah, I'm in the sidelines, so I guess I can't judge you that much for worrying about this.
Well, if anything, I try to create thoughts that maybe will help people understand what's going on so they can relax when things get really intense. If anything, I feel like I just make people more tense. It's not my goal, but it's what happens. However,
we've been doing workouts and whatnot.
I've just been doing a bunch of shit, and I do a lot of running too. I can't really work out because like I pick up my dad a lot, and he's been getting himself up and moving on his own more recently, like completely on his own, without me having to be there to get him out of bed or put him back to bed, which is a very, very recent thing, that ladder thing, which is great. That's real progress that he's making. He's getting stronger. The only problem is they keep on stealing blood from him, these damn vampire doctors, and then his hemoglobin gets super low. So they send him to the blood clinic, and then an Indian takes more of his blood, and they don't give him anything. I was kind of bullish on Indian doctors a little while ago. I thought they were all right for the most part because I've had good experiences with Indian doctors, but now I'm bearish. I'm no longer investing in India coin. Something's bad with that Modi character who loves Netanyahu so much. I think he was crowned by the Emperor Netanyahu to be a king, and the sort of mentality of the empire is to be the horrible, evil colonist piece of shit that British were, essentially. And they know how to do it really well, because they learned from the British. They learned from the best. The Dutch weren't the damn best. They had too much love in their hearts. But the cold-hearted British, they could get it done.
I gotta take a piss.
Alrighty, man. It's actually getting kind of late. But let's see. Let's stream a little bit more with Kerbo. I got these podcast notes. Gotta work through them. I'm so American. My patrilineal name has a county in the 13 colonies. It was incorporated in the Gloucester County in Virginia, but Matthews with one T is very rare and only appears in America. Did you hear that?
Was that you?
Yeah.
Or was that my piss?
So shit, man. I might read. Are you still on the Kiwi Farms? You're still Kerbo, right?
Yeah, I only use general chat to be honest. So.
Well, we got to make some more creative projects in that damn space because it's kind of atrophying.
Yeah, it's kind of dry now I think about it.
It's the same shit for like 4 things happen a year, whereas there used to be page after page after page, so many that you could hardly contain them.
Maybe we're just getting old.
No, the website is going through a dark night of the soul. And I think Noel kind of finally understands this, that and he's in a perfect position. Like his behavior over the course of years has put him in the perfect position where he can straight up take money from people and then say, even if you complain about somebody because you have an ideological political difference, unless they do something that I don't like, I'm not going to remove them from the website, which means there are less tiers of, like, if you fuck with the head of Twitter, Nikita Beer, you're fucked, or if you fuck with all these Indians below him, you're fucked. There's only one guy that you don't fuck with on the Kiwi Farms, and then you can speak. And he doesn't really go up to you and ask you for fealty. He actually just kind of would prefer to be left alone, which that's actually pretty decent when it comes to places to speak. It just sucks because in the last month, I do believe they've rolled out new censorship systems as America realizes it can't win shit against anybody. There are more advanced censorship systems being rolled out through AI and stuff like that. And they're putting up these data centers. everywhere.
Yeah,
They're
everything is
so-
definitely gonna be like AI controlled,
They're
like
so
AI
loud.
copyright, AI chatbots. I mean, obviously, but
The AI noise of these data centers, not the AI noise, but the noise of the fucking turbines that are spinning 24/7 to generate the computer capacity to create such complex codes that it confounds people into thinking that there's some form of artificial intelligence there, which is not. It's just a Trojan horse for spyware and viruses and shit like that. Oh, it's thinking. No, it's a fucking virus. It's so fucking loud, it generates infrasound that travels through the damn ground at a very low decibel, and it literally damages your heart. It causes like your ears to heat up. It causes headaches. It causes feelings of uneasiness. It's horrible. Nobody should like accept it like, oh, it's just going to be noise and light. Screw nature, screw water, screw animals. I can just hide in my house all day. No, you can't. No, you can't. It will completely and utterly ruin life. And like chop down the trees to build the data centers, suck up the water, kill the trees with glyphosate and lack of water. Well, without trees, human beings quite literally like bake to death. There's no oxygen, and all the sunlight just goes right into our concrete and right into our bodies, and then we die. The building block of everything is water, and without that, we're fucked. I'm sorry, I'm a Debbie Downer right now.
yeah, I mean, it's just how it is sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah, I tell everybody that you know, don't be shy when it comes to criticizing this shit. It's the only real way out of it. Yugzo.
Have you been playing any games?
No, I don't have time for video games. The last video game that I bought was Slime Rancher. It's not necessarily a new game.
Is that the thing where you throw the slime?
You have little slime creatures and you put them in pins, and then you feed them their food, and then you get your plorts, and then you sell your plorts. That's it. That's basically the whole game. It just has such a relaxing and peaceful and love-inspired, although a little bit too ham-fisted sometimes, a little bit too gloopy-glorpy. Well, kind of like how Rick and Morty actually had kind of a whimsy-inspired environment, but then at a certain point, the whimsy got like thrown out, and then like the jokes got forced, and it got kind of bad. Slime Rancher has a little bit of a ham-fisted, lovey-dovey atmosphere, which is just very, very relaxing when you're like in a dark space and you just want to relax with a nice video game.
Kind of like early Animal Crossing.
Yes, exactly. Although Animal Crossing has a much better vibe.
Yeah, I imagine. You know what was good? My Sims. That was a game I used to play as a kid.
I never got into The Sims.
Have you heard of My Sims?
No.
Oh, it was like The Sims, but made for kids.
Can I put it in Tamagotchi life?
Probably.
That shit's weird, man. What is that supposed to be about? Is it just like a collaboration of all the concepts and not really a game?
Just, I don't know. You have like fake me's that are like kind of like the characters you make, and it's like, oh, haha, that's funny. That character would definitely say that, and then like just run around or something. I don't know.
Doesn't feel like OG Animal Crossing with like this whole little world and all these characters and all these mini games throughout it. Like,
dude, Animal Crossing used to be peak. I swear.
You can spend a lot of time on that shit because it was really deep, even though like it got repetitive and there was a lot of travel time. Like there was a lot of depth to it.
Which game did you play?
Just the OG Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I got that on Halloween because I didn't have any friends to go out trick-or-treating with, and I was a little sad, and then I got Animal Crossing, and that's when I think I stopped caring about Halloween. Because like, ultimately, Halloween can either be the best holiday or the worst holiday. It's not necessarily a single... Yeah.
That shit is like, I'm forgetting Halloween is even a thing. Can we even say it's a thing anymore?
I don't know. People dress up, I guess. I'm glad people aren't eating as much candy because candy is fucking poisonous and it is so damaging for the teeth.
No, it tastes good.
So does good food, and feeling good is a better
Yeah,
feeling.
so does bananas, and they're good for you.
Mm.
Well, I mean, they're kind of synthetic, right? But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would imagine that you could probably avoid a lot of the poison because it comes off on the peel, but you can also wash a lot of your shit off, unless it's Driscoll's strawberries, in which case it's chocked full of poison on the inside. I remember a doctor that I go to church with warning me about that shit. Come to find out, all the fields around where they grow the Driscoll's strawberry in California, where Judas lives, forgot to tell him about that. They're skyrocketing their cancer rates.
Scary.
Yeah. But there are ways of avoiding cancer. As I said, there are certain foods that you eat that give you detoxifying anti-free radical effects, which free radicals are the original
Is your state of your
cancer
mom
cause.
making you like a Debbie Downer right now?
No. I'm actually just tired. I'm like genuinely sleepy because I got up really early and I've been working all day doing stuff inside and outside. I got stuff to cut. I got stuff to plant. I got plants that I'm taking care of. I got stuff I'm cleaning in my room and organizing. And then as I like organize stuff in the rest of my house, which is a little bit of a hoarder house.
Yeah, your physique is definitely a busy person's physique.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like I stay active and I run. I run like 2 or 3 times a week. I used to run 30 to 50 miles a week. And I had pictures when I was like 24, 25, right before my dog died. And then like 2 or 3 years later, I'm literally like half the size. I'm very skinny because I was doing like Japanese tea ceremony and doing Iaido and like considering myself like a true Kiwi samurai. You remember that? Didn't you make that?
I was about to say.
No, I'm serious. I took that shit so seriously, and you have no idea how much I love that. I love that so much, man. That really, really, really like was valuable to me, and that helped my heart in a very, very low time in my life. I miss the Kiwis. I'm probably gonna pop back in there sometimes. Because I fucking keep on getting shadow banned on Twitter. They don't care if you have 30 followers. They don't care if you have 100 followers. And they probably don't care if you have like
I'd rather
10,000
deal
followers.
with like 1,000 jabs than like all the pedophiles on X. So
I'd rather have 2 jabs than any pedophiles on X. 2 jabs is priceless.
yeah. Well, what do you think you would name yourself though, or can you not say that? I mean, it's only us right now.
I could probably like actually pop back on my old account. I bet you it was probably like a year ban or something like that. I'll try that, and then I'll figure something out. What I want to do if I make a new account, I kind of want to sneak in there and then like
Yeah.
it's me.
That's what Muttley did.
Yeah,
It's
Muttley's
funny because nobody believed me that he had a couple accounts. So it's like that user. There was another one. Kind of forget, to be honest, because there's like 3 that like just died.
Muttley's a fascinating young man, and
He got really mad at me.
to this day, I wonder if he's a Fed. To this day.
Yeah, he got mad at me, bro. It's because he added me on Steam, and then I was looking at his Steam games, and he had like a shit ton of like 3D hentai.
Okay, he's not a Fed. All right, never mind.
and it's like, shut the fuck up, Curvo. I will show everybody your friends list. Those like 3D sex, you know what the ones I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
The ones just you're always shocked to find on Steam before you realize that Steam is just a big old library of whatever, like those old games that you would wander into on the internet back in Newgrounds days.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a continuation of that.
Man. I remember the Vash the Stampede era. That was pretty cool.
That was fun. I like doing that little gimmick account. I miss cats. I miss cats a lot.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know. I think I might have contributed to that because I was being a little bit of a Debbie Downer on my stream from time to time. If I spoke nothing but positive, uplifting, and constructive things, Cats might still be with us because he was subscribed to me, and like he would comment on my streams sometimes. So I think he was like a chronic watcher. And I kept on complaining about how much worse my area had become and how I saw a dead kitten in the road, even though previously people would have stopped. And it's just like, that probably didn't help him at all when he was in a dark time. And I like to pick on Null and get angry at Null for banning him right before he killed himself, like a week before he killed himself. But because
did you like know his name?
Yeah, but I forgot it. I have his Squarespace that I recorded before it went defunct. I had multiple of his accounts, but like I also don't want to like, well, you know, I actually don't remember it, but I wouldn't say it if I remembered it because I don't want to like dox him or anything like that for his family's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find like the obituary?
No.
Yeah.
I was all choked up. I had crashed out by the time the Kiwis were getting into that.
No, I mean, I don't know if they saw that or not. I'm just asking you.
No, I didn't see the obituary. But I knew him. He was my friend.
Yeah. That reminds me of Hacks.
Who's that?
The Smash Bros. Player.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say Katz is a few steps above a Smash Bros. Player. He was a very talented young man.
I mean, I knew Hacks. That's why I was comparing the two. Not like crazy. Probably not as much as you knew Katz.
Probably not as much time to talk as we did. But yeah, how was he like? What sort of person was he? Terrible. I hate him. I was glad he's dead, and I hope he burns in hell.
I remember. I don't know. I'm not trying to make myself sound like some freaking hero, but I would make fun of him. I'll explain this. I'll make fun of him like the dark triad, like his schizo shit, because I knew, these people are fucking evil that are around him, right? So he had no other option but, acceptance. So that's what I was trying to do. But, we were friends. I was making jokes like maybe if Trump gets elected, he can unban you, something stupid like that. But yeah, he died from complications, which is it's really sad. Obviously that's really sad already. But he died from complications from like 6 months ago, before he died. So like a suicide attempt. So I don't. He didn't like kill himself like off the bat.
And then he was like a vegetable for a while. That sucks. That's the most unlucky of the outcomes. The more lucky outcome is that you get close and then you scare yourself. That was my outcome. You get close, you deal with the fallout, but you just scare yourself and then you take yourself back from the ledge to the point where you're not suicidal again. The worst outcome is to not have killed yourself, but instead end up a vegetable with no way of like squaring it. I guess.
I don't feel bad for any of the Smash Bros. Players because the way they're like, his mom was doing some schizo shit on X, which I understand. Grieving mother. Yes, she's not gonna be all there. It's like, why is he talking about this? I mean, why is she talking about this? It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna slap you. It's like, yeah, she's not all there. No shit. Fucking, yeah, but she still controls his account on Discord. Like I see him with the green light on Discord sometimes.
You didn't hear the announcement that he announced that his mother would be the perfect successor to his business and his name. Didn't hear that? Well, everybody heard it. You didn't hear that? If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's fucking some Kirky shit.
Kirky? Charlie Kirky?
Charlie Kirky. Oh man, it's actually kind of sad to figure out that he was actually doing the right thing, and that's what got him killed. Kind of like how Chud was actually doing the right thing, and that's what got him fucked over. And like you got various other people not doing the right thing, and they're just walking around doing whatever they want. It's the nature of the current moment. Which, by the way, I wanted to say while it's on my mind, the timbre of the last 100 years ago was that of wrath. That was the main sin. in the air, the wrath, the rage, the dying of the light as the smog rose up and occluded the oculum from which we once saw things brightly in the medieval era. Even though people like to denigrate it a lot as a dark era, it was actually it was the most intelligent era in the collective human experience. And now these recent 20, 30 years have been an era of greed and trauma and revenge. And the greed is the main sin. And the people at the top of the stack of modernity from the Industrial Revolution are taking advantage of people who have lost their religion, who have lost their nation, who have lost various things in these evolving and simplifying modern times where things are being flattened down to a 2D plane to the point where like you might as well have a flat earth because of the way that people's souls are being treated. And I don't believe that, but I can understand why people do. And it's greed, you know. Trauma is not a deadly sin. And a traumatized person can be a great person, but they can also repeat their trauma on other people again and again and again. If greedy people at the very top of the stack are using all their resources available to them to convince them that they should be traumatized and that other people should suffer like they suffered. Well, it looks like Judas isn't coming back, unfortunately. Probably has stuff to do.
I'm getting tired now.
Me too, man. Me too. It's like midnight over here. But I'm looking at some
Day
cool...
and night.
Some cool... Alone down, I mean the midnight. Alone, the thing they never change. Yeah, I'm looking at some cool Warhammer 40k art. You ever get into that shit ever?
No.
It is deep as a fucking well, but guess what? Unless you know history, like the shit that you learn like in college, it's not really all that, you know, interesting to people. It's just kind of like swords and knights and guns and space and woo-woo. But like when you learn history and all the stories of history and how they can kind of like archetypally rhyme with each other, not necessarily repeat perfectly, but how there are archetypes that always kind of like play out again and again. Warhammer 40k is like the best story ever written. But it's also like a result of modernity that Chris Chan is the most documented person of all time. So who knows how much the immense love of somebody else's artwork is actually stunting individuals' artwork. But that's probably not the case. I see so much shit that it inspires because it's so big and there's so much creativity in the concepts that you have so many people making fan fictions of it that are really, really fucking good, and fan art of it that's really, really fucking good. And so much so that eventually, like, they're just like, hey, you want to come work for us and scam people with plastic? And if you don't buy the plastic, you can't be a fan and you can't talk to Jimmy, because Jimmy has the cool toys and Jimmy's mom doesn't like you if you don't have any cool toys. Kind of the concept. What's your favorite era in history, like to study and stuff? Judas likes the Roman era. I'm a big fan of the Celts of the 500 BC. If you're super into Catholicism, the medieval era is a good one for...
Yeah, Victorian type of stuff.
Like Renaissance stuff, because that's when the Victorian era stuff is. That's when you have like the intersection of medieval intellect and classical building techniques, urbanity, as it was called. It was pre-modernity, before the Industrial Revolution, when people were getting really, really good at building shit. You have a lot of these neo-Gothic cathedrals and shit going up. I always figured you're probably into that.
Just find it very beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but
no. Aesthetics are not stupid. Aesthetics are actually very, very smart. They're they're an intersection of intellect and goodness. it's a form of beauty, and it's
Yeah,
an
I think
aspect
I'd
of
rather
God.
collect my Funko Pops now, actually.
The dead, soulless eyes of the vinyl doll in the box.
Those things are creepy, man.
Yeah. Have you seen Did you see the Sam Hyde interview with #1 Funko Pop collector?
No.
It was kind of cringe, but his laugh sucked, but he seemed like a kind of cool guy.
Do people like still buy Funko Pops? I don't know.
Do people be drinking out of cups, being a bitch? Seahorse seashells.
I'm drinking out of a jug, actually.
Oh hell yeah! Is that a big aluminum jug?
I think it's glass.
Damn, it's got a nice timbre to it, which is a French word that I've been using a lot.
It's just water with some lemon in it.
Oh, it's good it's not plastic because I guess it eats away on a micro
I mean,
level.
the top of it is plastic, but oh well.
That's okay. How's the weather up there?
It's all right.
It's just standard stuff right now, I suppose. It was raining today.
Yeah, it's getting hot as fuck down here. I could use some of that Canadian weather.
I recently got a mason jar because I couldn't find any jars that didn't have plastic on them.
Mason jars are coming clutch. I need to get me
Yeah.
like a bunch of those because I'm always using all of mine.
Yeah, they're pretty underrated.
Really, yeah. The ones that seal up when you get them hot are the best ones. Then you can just store stuff for long periods of time. This one thing I need to get more into is that sort of a Hispanic meal prep sort of stuff where you just make a bunch of onions or a bunch of greens and a bunch of carrots.
I'm going, sorry, I just remembered this. I'm going clubbing tomorrow. I got in for free.
I've gone clubbing a few times and I actually kind of like it, but you know, it just depends on the function and depends on the people there. Because sometimes it's too crowded and like there's bad energy and people.
Oh, this one's definitely not crowded.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. But then you have to bring the energy. You see, when it's uncrowded, like when it's really like empty, then you almost want to like hang out in the corner instead of embarrassing yourself. But you have to embarrass yourself. You just go in the club and do what Cat Williams said. You just start making up a dance. You know, you just start bowling the bowling ball or some shit like that, or fucking like just two-stepping or something, like, you know, shuffling or anything. Just do jumping man for if you can't do nothing else. Like very simple stuff, and then kind of like get your adrenaline up and then start getting into it. But never to the point where you're like running out of breath, because then you get all sweaty and stuff. You gotta kind of keep it in a good vibe. Like just
it's kind of tricky because I can't dance because of the condition I learned I have. Is it Pantella alta?
Is that like motion sickness or something?
No, it's your kneecap a little. It's like your kneecap is too far up. It's like a type of birth defect or something.
The floating thing. It's too far up.
Yeah. And so it's really easy to dislocate.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can still do upper body dances, I suppose. But yeah, no jump style for you.
Yeah, I've learned I was born with that now. But yeah, it's more like I can do it, but it's like I don't want to fucking risk it because that would suck, man.
Yeah.
Being like freaking dragged out of the club on the floor dead of night. It's like, nah, I don't want to risk this. You know, I'm just gonna be a pussy.
I hope you can get like some sort of a brace that can maybe move that back into place. Maybe it's just like a chronic posture thing.
I need opioids and a lot of surgery. 2 surgeries for each leg.
And if they do it wrong on any of the 4 times, you know, it's not going to work out well. So, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth it, to be honest, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna walk better, but does that matter really? I mean, I can run. I don't have issues running. But it's like if I make my legs better, I still don't want to do anything that could have, dislocated my leg before. It's like I don't want to take that chance, So it's like maybe I just see it both ways because I could either like have really messed up legs when I'm old, or it's like I don't want to mess up my legs by like getting too confident with my fixed legs,
Yeah, it's your call to
But
make ultimately. I mean, I'd said crisscross applesauce a lot. I'm not sure if that's like a posture correction thing for me, but it feels good.
oh yeah, crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
That makes me hungry now.
The Celts would do that a lot. In like all the pictures where they're depicted, they're always sitting cross-legged. A lot of their art where they have like little figurines, a lot of
Yeah,
cross-legged stuff, cross-legged burials. But
people don't do that as much anymore.
crossing their leg, like crisscross.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do. I do it all the time. My dad does.
it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
But I'm getting a little tired there, man. It's been a good
Good night, girl.
3
See you
hours
tomorrow.
for me. Yeah, man. It's been nice talking to you. You have a good one.
Yeah.
Glad to reconnect. Glad to hear from you. Glad to hear you're doing good because you sound like you're doing very good, and I hope you have fun clubbing tomorrow.
Thank you. I can send you some. I don't really have anything too much. I'm getting into more of the Gothic Victorian stuff, culture, and
Are you a Gothic King Cobra? Or are you gonna build a badass wizard castle with a clock tower? That would be sick. That would be sick, dude.
yeah, that'll be so awesome. I think it's like a similar thing to, you have a lot of old furniture, and like, obviously furniture even back in the 90s or whenever, like 70s, like whenever yours was made, like that stuff is way better than anything now, and that's like another aspect I like about Gothic stuff is, typically it's older and it just looks better, feels better, freaking Walmart desks,
Yeah.
how it is.
Although sometimes you can get some good shit from Walmart. Every once in a while, it'll just like drift into your store, and you'll be like, "Oh, I gotta get that."
Yeah, I feel like you can get good small objects. They make good jars and
Well, the thing
stuff
is,
like that.
I'm not joking when I say in like 2019, 2020, all the major investors for our country, they moved out to China. So now China is quite literally living in a level of luxury it's probably never seen before in all of its history. Maybe during the Han Dynasty of like the 11th century or something like that. But widespread.
What about this 67th century?
60 million dead.
Oh
The great Wong
no!
Ching Pao uprising.
Free credit score.
新法并冇跑.
See, Wolfie Tone.
Very honorable Blue Corazon.
Oh, Kiwi Samurai.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. Well, it's been great talking to you, man.
Yeah, good night.
Much love, brother. Good night.